Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Fimbulvetr. I'm your host, your DM, your GM for this evening, the Gold Crow, and with me I have four of my wonderful friends with me. One, in fact, I don't even know which one, is going to recap what happened last time on our last exciting episode. So take it
Uh,
away! What did you want
Last
to...
time we left the um, Fort Radagast and Team Snow with Nick and Loki swapped. Went out to the east side of the continent to suffer there, where they climbed into the mountains, got attacked by birds, and then found a crack in the side of a mountain where there were a bunch of vampires. Loki got to see very little of it because he was blind the entire time, but that's okay because we basically snuck our way throughout the entire thing. Uh, Eavesdropped on some vampires, one of whom was a Gengar Archmage, and then snuck in through one of their windows and rescued Apollo, who was being uh, sucked dry by some sort of vampire Golbat, which we quickly dispatched of before teleporting out of there.
And, also Scion blood was mentioned quite a few times.
Yeah.
And Dante got thrown off of a ledge many times because he's not a climber.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you can have that reroll, not inspiration, for this session. And you guys, I believe, teleported back to your fort.
Yep.
And you
With
show
Apollo
you show up in the library with a delirious Apollo in tow. I don't think anyone would realistically be in here except for Alderion. And he's I guess he notices the portal begin to glow and open up. I guess it glows through the minute casting time, so he's kind of like well aware you're coming. And he sees you walk through with this lichen rock in tow.
Oh, Alderion, the medic that Snow brought, the Leafeon, do you know where she is at the moment? We have someone in here in great need of medical attention.
Probably need to go to the cave as well.
She is most likely in the room you have been boarding in.
I'll get her. And Malcolm rolls off, getting away from Apollo as fast as he can.
I'll
Okay.
take him to Orthonatrix. He has some good means of protecting against his ailments.
Are you crazy?
Well, more like to seek out his blessing. Also, his is the only living space that is currently safe for a outsider to witness because it just looks like a cave.
But that individual you are carrying with you looks like he's freezing, and you want to bring him down to Orthonatrix.
I was thinking the same thing. We want to put him somewhere warm, not somewhere cold.
Well, we can bring him over to Jameson, and what could go wrong?
They are out hunting right now.
Well, I was thinking more the fact that he thought Jameson was dead, but
Well, he's not here right now. He is out with the Echo and Izek and Melinda.
I think right now what we should be focusing on is making sure he's warm, fed, and gets a chance to rest.
Comfortable. Yes.
Malcolm, you get up to the second floor.
All right. He barges in here, completely unannounced. Becky!
She seems to be on her bed, like organizing through her things, and she says, "What is it, Malcolm?"
We got a sick guy. He's kind of scary, but apparently everyone thinks he's nice, but he's like dying.
He's she begins like she's dying, and she begins like packing up her stuff, and she starts going with you.
Okay.
Organization undone.
And that is when she's not here right now. That is when you see I guess Sinbad and Aiden would also be alerted to this, and Nick. As
Nick's
she
probably watching Malcolm roll and just letting him do his thing for the moment.
All right.
Yeah, and he's like hiding behind Becky as they come back in.
Yeah. And
back early.
the other dragons are maybe like a little alerted to this too, so I'll bring them in. Yeah, but she kind of like her eyes widen and she sees him and she runs over to him, beginning to like starting to like do a physical on him. We need to get him to somewhere warm fast. He's free. What happened to him? It looks like he's lost a lot of blood too.
Vampires.
A vampire? What's a vampire?
It's
No, but that's
a
what they've
long
been calling him.
The long and short, we don't have time to explain the long version. The short version is his blood his blood was used for blood rituals, and that's why he's lost a lot of blood. And he was kept exposed on the east side as well.
They were trying to keep him alive, close to death, so he couldn't fight back, but just alive enough for his blood.
Grimoire says, "That's the leader of the Expedition Society, is it not? Or the sect of it?"
That is correct, yes.
Yes.
And do you think it would be wise if he woke up here?
We lack any choice. Transporting him over to the gate at this point would be terrible.
Rebecca says, "He's right. He shouldn't be moving anywhere in this condition." What I worry about is if he does wake up and inform his compatriots about this place. You have been trying to forge an alliance. Take him upstairs to the room. And Rebecca nods, and she asks her some help in bringing him to, like, your room, I guess, because you don't really have, like, a medical center, but you do have a lot of beds that you can put him in.
Loki will help bring him up.
Hazel Dante.
Yeah. All I am saying is, if he comes to here, we might be compromised.
There's a lot of things that he is going to know. It's either we negotiate or we go underhanded. There's no real second way around it.
It's just, this worries me a lot. For this individual's character, I cannot be a judge. He could be a nice guy for all I know. But what is worrying me is the Expedition Society has an alliance with the Hallowed Flames, as you say.
Right, which is exactly why we went out to find him in the first place.
But
we could try leveraging saving his life as a keep this place hush hush thing. Nick says as he walks in.
Well, There's a secondary problem. Master, he's the reason that I was forced to go underground.
And that is what concerns me. You know this individual. I know he is Apollo. I've known as much from you uttering his name when you said you saw him being held captive by these creatures.
Yes, but I've known him before. He was the Expedition Society branch leader.
He outed he goes a Monoborn,
Yes.
and he wanted us to rescue him, huh?
I don't entirely know why he did. Not to mention if we did not send someone familiar to rescue him, I don't think he would respond as well.
I don't think he would have responded at all. I mean, look at the state he was in.
Yeah, I mean, when I contacted him, he did pull enough strength to at least give us a general bearing of his location.
And what makes you think he might not do this again?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Well, what are you scared is going to go wrong if he does tell him?
Well,
Um,
I
you
don't think we
know,
want.
I'd have to hide from pretty much every faction out here.
And I
And
don't exactly think we want the Expedition Society, or especially the Howl of Flames, knowing that we've got a base with a bunch of dragons here
Why?
and a Malfeasant.
and a Malfeasant.
Oh, she seems nice to me.
Well,
That
thank
doesn't
you,
really.
but it does not matter to them.
We've been trying to improve our relations with the Howled Flames to try to get them to warm up to people like you that the MDRA wanted silenced in favor of keeping, well, apparently a vampire in their ranks. But that's currently the risk that we are running. Again, there are underhanded tactics we could do, but I'm pretty sure that they would be breaking the edicts to even consider them.
I mean, broke one may as well go all the way, but
I mean, to be fair, in my position, if things go awry, I'm going to be labeled malfeasant no matter what.
Well, considering the path you are choosing, being labeled as a Malfeasant won't matter if you succeed in that. But we have not succeeded in that yet, in overthrowing the MDRA.
Well, that's part of it, but I more meant the fact that if they find out what I am and I refuse, I will be a malfeasant, along with my long history of other things that I've done.
of course, if we try anything underhanded, then our alliances are probably going to go pear shape as well. But just saying, we're in pretty. If he if he knows where we are, we're in pretty Sucksville.
I mean, we could also see if he wants to willingly take an underhanded tactic. Something tells me that probably wouldn't work, but it would probably be the good enough for the edicts, right?
Well, you could sure as heck ask him, but good frickin' luck with that. Well, we're playing a dangerous game anyways, and there's not really any safe path for us, so suppose for now, our next negotiation will be him once he's finally cognizant enough to talk with us.
It's gonna be the path of sabotage or the path of trust. Either one is going to be risky.
Well, it seems to me like the Hallowed Flames like it when you tell them stuff. They want people they can trust. So, I mean, why don't we just tell them everything and just say, this is the way it's going to be, and if you want our help, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
I
Well, there's
mean,
Our
giving too
fort,
much.
or this is their fort, not ours. I mean, we're kind of guessing. You know what I mean. Our fort, they can't use it. They can't touch anyone in here. We'll help them. They'll help us. We'll make things work.
If only it was that easy, but I can see a
There-
world where they wrest this from your control.
I mean, if they want to pick a fight, that's a dumb idea.
Because this place has a good location. It's very spacious for them to rest, as opposed to that wall.
Well, that's tough cookies.
Well, that is why I would not wish to tell them about this place.
Didn't the other team tell them about like a whole town that they've already set up camp into?
That's for the other team to know. I don't know if they told or haven't told the Hallowed Flames.
Well, that spot on the map, these igloos, I mean.
Yeah, when this is brought up for the snow team, like you remember there being a lot of hallowed flames there that you kind of skirted around.
Well, they got
Well,
that place then. They don't need this one.
They have no less than 3.5 bases. They don't need any more.
still in past.
Particularly because they're about to acquire the chapel. I don't see a way around that either. The other thing is Apollo might know we have this fortification, but that doesn't mean we have to let him know where it is.
How do you expect to get him out of here?
I mean, blindfolded.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over very well.
Well,
Well, I mean, we saved him from a bunch of vampires. I mean, does he really think that we're going to do something bad to him after bringing him back?
I don't think it's against you. I think it's just I have no doubt the hallowed flames are here to conquer this place. You said it yourself, they have way more than one base.
They are calling for reinforcements.
And where are they going to house all these people? Or house all these reinforcements? I can see
I don't
this
know,
place turning into a barracks if you tell them.
Well, I mean, we just tell him no.
I don't think no's going to stop it.
Well, I mean, if they want to pick a fight, I'll give them one.
Well, I'm not here to make decisions for you. I'm just asking you to carefully consider them before you put them into place.
To be fair, this place is invisible to outside eyes, isn't it?
It is indeed.
So even if they knew it existed, they would have a hard time finding it.
Okay, I got an idea. Get him away from here without him knowing where it is.
That's what the blindfold was for.
Oh, yeah, but if you don't want to be blindfolded, we can just teleport him somewhere closer to the gate and then take him to the gate.
Where would you propose we take him?
I
The
mean,
place
like,
we went to, ain't it? He looks at the map and he points to the chapel and he says, "See, it's right there."
But then they're going to be
Senate.
suspicious why you came from the other side without going through the front.
There's also the fact that that place wasn't exactly a very warm and comforting place for our patient recovery.
Well, we take him there once he gets better.
But once he gets better, he's going to see this place.
Well, yeah, but he ain't gonna know where it is.
I suppose that's true. I guess to be fair, we
As
were
for
going.
if they get all up in arms about if we're teleporting around, I mean, I don't see what the problem is there.
I mean, we were going to have to explain how we managed to get Apollo from the other side. Anyways, even if we came to the gate through this side, we would be having to explain how we managed to get Apollo from the other side.
Well,
So I suppose
Lowen says, well, they don't know where. Well, they know he went on that side. Yeah, you're correct in that assessment.
yes. That being said, depending on how we want to play our hand, it's possible we can make the answer as simple as revealing that certain dead people weren't exactly as dead as he thought, and they're the reason we managed to get across.
You might
That
be on.
is
You might be on to
go-
something.
that is probably going to be something we'll have to answer to one way or another.
Lowen says, keep in mind they're going to scrutinize you under a zone of truth.
Exactly, so the more truth we tell, the better. So, saying, and because it was Sinbad who did it, saying Sinbad transported us over there is both the truth and answers their questions and keeps us from having to fully reveal this fort.
I want to know why they didn't come here, which come back to them, which I suppose, technically speaking, we have guesses as to why they didn't.
I mean, yeah, that's up to them. We don't know why they decided that.
But one way or another, we'll have to reveal something, but I think that's the least damaging thing we can reveal.
Pretty sure it is because it's. I mean, we'll have to discuss that with them first, but ultimately, it lets us keep the space hidden. It answers how we got through there with the truth, and it manages to sidestep a lot of the issues. It's not a perfect decision, but it's at least the best for our.
It might take a day or two before he's ready to speak once again. Uh, 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 by the way he looked, it looked like he's not going to even be conscious for at least a day or two.
I would imagine. So we've got time to, at the very least, discuss it and plan. But I think what we've got is going to be the best. We're going to need to figure out some excuse for why we mounted the rescue immediately instead of waiting for them, but I'm pretty sure we found out where he's located and time was of the essence. Probably going to be good enough.
Well, I think that's as good of a plan as we're going to get. Not unless we want to spend some time trying to surmise a means of getting a scroll of communication circle to Professor Eric Ellis within those 2-3 days.
Why would Professor Erikel's help?
Not about this situation, just something that needs to be done.
Yeah, I
Using time
suppose.
wisely. Alternatively, now that we know about the vampires, it might be prudent to go seek out the children of Havergil.
That's something you wanted us to do earlier, though we didn't really do much with that. I wouldn't even know the first place to look.
You're talking about that group that came and revived the Flamekeeper, correct?
Yes.
I do have some concerns about them. The fact they were using that stone in that strange way.
As true as that is, if they are actually Scion's bloods, then they'll be targets for the vampires once they realize we stole their Lycan rock away from them.
They need to be warned about the vampires. They also need to be warned about the ether. They don't know about either of these perils, and that might catch up to them sooner than later if we don't do something about it.
Yes, I'm not denying that gaining more information about these individuals is not a course of action that should be taken. It's just that meteor, the ether as you call it, seems to be a very volatile, unpredictable, and corruptible mineral, if not used correctly, as the mages in this time have been using it to refine it into magical items and trinkets. But it alarms me that they are jamming this raw material into their chests, and seemingly nothing has been happening to them. In fact, they were helpful, but well, I think you've encountered enough monsters out there and seen the horrors of this mineral to come to the conclusion that this should not be the case.
Something's certainly weird. But if we do intend to find them, then, well, first things we need to do is actually have a place to look.
Well, I can always just use one of my spells on her, I guess.
I guess
I
you could.
think I would be the only one capable of that at this point.
Well, if you want to try, then go ahead and try it. But it beats just sitting around waiting for him to recover. But we probably don't want to. If they're far away, we probably don't want to let them. Don't want to go too far to find them. We want to be here once Apollo wakes. That way we can start damage control.
Yeah. At the very least, we can deliver a warning via a distance if I can contact them.
That's true.
Alright, well, I'll go and set up in some room in this place that would not reveal too much.
Well, he's lucid. He's barely lucid, so you probably won't get him on you anyways.
Well, I meant to contact Vergil.
Oh, and make sure they don't see too much of what we have here.
Yeah, I know that they know we're here, but all the same, any alterations we made to rooms is not information we should give out freely.
Alright, well, good luck with that. Do you need a bit of inspiration before you go?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Nick takes out his lyre. He gives a strum, and you have bardic inspiration, Proteus.
In case there is a need for it.
Better to have it than not have it.
All right. Anyone who wants to join in on a potential conversation that could take place is welcome to join Proteus as he goes and finds like a storage closet or something.
If you ask the ice members like where a good place to go, there's like a storage room at the very top tower of the south ward, as I'll call it, where there's just a bunch of it's a storage area.
Nick may as well join. Just in case being a high charisma character might help.
Yeah, give yourself a B.
Yeah, he'll probably give himself a BI.
He's not following, and then Dante's busy trying to help the.
Like Sinbad and Aiden are welcome to come too.
Where are we looking at?
And Loki, the top tower of the south.
Went all the way down here.
Oh, all the way down there. Okay, I was one floor off.
Yeah. I guess we should bring either Aiden or Sinbad. We'll ask Aiden first because of meta reasons.
Right.
If Aiden doesn't want to, then we'll bring Sinbad.
I mean, he doesn't really know all what to say, but he'll follow just because he's asked. He's got nothing else he's got to do. Oh, there's no teleport for this one.
Yeah, there's no teleport.
Oh, yeah, I didn't set it up. You're here. You don't have to move all your tokens here. You're right here. All right. Yeah, you're at the storage room. There's a bunch of like boxes and mostly they've been looted, but they're full of like blankets and there's some pillows here. There's some old gear that you remember coming in here when you were given you were donated the gear for traversing the continent. All right. What do you do in here?
All right. I think this is as good a spot of any to try to contact Vergil. I suppose, do you think we can get this conversation done within a minute or an hour? Or within 10 minutes or an hour?
Well,
if we're lucky, we could get it within 10 minutes, but I'd say, assuming you're using higher circles of magic to extend the time, well, unless you got anything else you plan on doing today, may as well go as long as you think it's needed.
It'd require a circle casting to extend the duration.
Oh.
Though it would only require the lowest of magics to extend it.
Yeah, well, whatever. I've been doing much today, so I can expend some stuff.
Yeah, mechanically, you only have to get rid of a first level spell slot or higher, so.
Then yeah, sure. Nick can help circle cast it.
All right. Probably won't need an hour, but we have an hour.
Probably not, but better safe than sorry.
All right. So you're gonna cast
Far screen at 4th level, which basically can contact anyone on the planet.
All right. When you do it, there's almost like a distortion inside of the in the portal that you see before you. And it's not giving you any sensory, no sound, no sight.
The heck?
Well, that's never happened before.
Did it connect at least? Because I kind of learned how to do something like this from Grimoire, but if it can't connect, it just doesn't even work.
Who's in the room? Okay, it's just Malcolm, Aiden, Proteus, and Nick, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're a bard, Nick, I'm gonna let you do this. I'll let you do a religion check.
All right. $22. Nice.
So yeah, this is kind of strange. You were able to get Apollo in his state and location, even when he was on the other end of the continent. But going through your kind of bardic knowledge of like stories you've heard and magic of magics and miracles that you kind of scratch your chin on, and the nature of this spell that Proteus has used, one thing that might be blocking it would be a forbidden spell, since it is making a portal.
Okay, so yeah,
Might
Nick thinks
check
on it
out.
and says, it might be they might have casted Forbidden on wherever the heck they are.
Well,
That's the way of blocking this.
that would help them against the vampires at the very least.
But
Yeah,
Probably just
and
staying
about
back in the
forbiddens too, this is like a clerical holy spell. So them having
It
this,
It's either in an old in an old clergy place, or they've taken to worshiping something recently.
I mean, they kind of were very weirdly devout about the whole thing when they showed up.
And that's true.
Well, if they're an old cleric place, then that just means finding holy sites around here, but I don't know, you'd have to maybe ask your cousin down there about if there's any holy sites by.
Otherwise,
But if
they just kind of set it up on their own.
yeah, but if I was about to get to that, but if they set it up on their own, then yeah, they got some sort of clerical power among them, despite doing whatever the heck they did to themselves, in which they could be anywhere, and us talking to them is going to be very complicated.
Well, seems that at the very least, well, know that they're not in a immediate danger.
Vampires aren't exactly going to be able to find them that easily, so
The thing is, they didn't really care about the cults. They could be anywhere on the continent.
well, they're probably not anywhere on the continent unless they have some means of passing through the gate. I doubt they're on the right side. And I remember seeing on the map that there's like another gate to the left side, right?
Yeah, there's the gate on the left side of the continent that was kind of meant to enclose where Calder was and where all the factions kind of started, but then second gate was kind of just pushing to the other side of the continent, and that's the one we were spending a long time getting past.
So
Unless apparently there's a lot of underground tunnels, they could be using that.
well, that is true, but they're unless they know of a way to bypass the gate, which they certainly could, they're probably in this middle section. That being said, if they do know a way of bypassing the tunnels, then you're right. They could be literally anywhere.
Just thinking where they would be though, because of how much of the middle of the continent's kind of been traversed. And
Well, we don't seem to exactly know very much about our northward position.
That and to be
This-
frank, while you've traversed a lot of it, those coins that was found on the other side, you guys didn't find too many of those coins while traversing here, did you?
never any of those.
Well, the dragons you guys were with speculated that there's probably some in the middle here, so there's probably quite a bit in the middle here you guys just haven't seen yet.
Oh, let's see. There's a lot of open area above the fort, and then there's space between the opera house and the mountain, and around the ruins.
I guess
Those
there's
are-
one decent way. Don't you guys have like means of scrying? Wait, I don't know. Forbidden's block scrying.
Probably blocks it. I mean, there is the scrying orb just on the first floor, but I don't think that would work if
if they're on the right.
Forbiddance is.
No, it does not. I don't think anyway.
And we know it doesn't work on the right side of the continent.
Yeah, so if we use the scrying thing, and assuming they don't have some means of anti-scrying, then we can use that to discern that they at least aren't on the right side. But that's up to you if you even want to go down that route. Otherwise, we could just look around this side for them as well. I'm sure there's plenty to see, and there might be, even if we don't find them, we might find some gear to help make traversing the east side easier.
Well, at the very least, I think using the scrying thing would help us at the very least discern if they're on the eastern side or not. If it works on this side, so
Well, wanna then go right ahead.
Probably no harm in trying to scry and see if it works. I mean, it just kind of works every day.
Yeah, so unless you have something else you want to do with your scrying time, may as well
Yeah.
just use it.
I'm gonna have to go and talk to Sinbad first, though, I think, to make this a little easier.
Okay.
All right, so off screen, they're going to exchange the Chronos watch and Sabrina's tiara, because I'm pretty sure I grabbed the tiara. We either got it from Cave Book or we got it from
Malcolm
her.
was wearing it.
Oh, I will ask
A lot of the stuff should be
Malcolm
in the
for the
vault for
tiara.
who
Then.
got what.
Malcolm will
Mm.
let you borrow the tiara, but he would like it back because it makes him feel pretty.
Okay,
Gosh.
Malcolm.
All right. Well, we will try it out then. So we'll exchange the items so the Chronos shenanigans can be queued up next, and we'll throw off the scrying and see what we can accomplish with
Okay.
these things.
Are you using anything as part of the scrying thing, like the things that make the DC for it better?
Yep, that's why I got the tiara. That should be a
-4.
possession.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be -4. You only have first-hand knowledge because you don't know them quite well, I would say.
Yeah.
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 And
Okay.
then
else? we did?
I think Sinbad has something from one of the handmaidens, actually, now that I think about it, because she had like depictions of herself. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, doesn't count. I wonder about the tokens, but probably not.
No, the tokens were given out to various people who were coming and going, so it wouldn't be something of hers, I believe.
A reading scrying, I don't know if you can like stack multiple things on it.
Yeah, I think
There's that
the only
too.
thing we could do would be like the picture, which I think the handmaidens had
Yeah.
question mark.
It's only based
Yeah.
on your knowledge and what you have of them.
So between like the handmaidens stuff that Sinbad picked up and the tiara, I think that'd be -6 between the two, and that's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah. Okay. I will make a check then. The target
Here
does
we
not
go.
doesn't know what they're making a check against. They just feel uneasy. And it's 15 for this thing, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Wisdom.
-6.
Plus whatever they have.
Yeah.
Proficiency.
25.
Gosh. Plus 12.
They do not fail wisdom saves that well.
I mean, the important thing is it didn't automatically fail.
well, it didn't automatically fail because it didn't succeed yet.
Uh,
Hmm.
well, we'll come back to this tomorrow.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. After that, it doesn't work. It begins glowing and then doesn't really give you anything on the crystal. You know, if she's alive, I guess, because she made a saving throw.
Yeah,
That's something.
that's something.
Yeah, is there anything you wish to do after that course of action?
Well, that entire plan's kind of.
It is only being delayed for the rest of the day. I could probably just put in the modify memory, scroll into my spellbook if
Yeah.
I wanted to make myself look really
Gosh.
guilty.
Why would you have this?
I got it from the vampires.
No, I know. I'm just imagining that big question being asked. Why do you have this?
Why do you have this?
As I guess you're just kind of gonna downtime for the rest of the day.
For Proteus,
Yeah.
at the very least, yeah, I think he'll be downtiming and just putting that in there for 5 hours.
All right.
Nick's got something, or not Nick, Loki's got something he wants to do with the evening, but if you've got anything before that, then this is like a before we go to bed thing.
and Dante.
Malcolm's gonna
Aiden.
find Sinbad.
Okay, you can
Dante would have been
probably
just
locate
kind
him.
Yeah, Sinbad is he's using that he's getting Polly and Melinda together at the end of the day with his Chronos watch.
What's Dante doing?
I mean, he probably would have been trying to help with
Yeah.
Apollo, which means
Greater
probably trying
restoration.
yeah, great restoration. So I'd have to go find any of the diamonds and
Yeah.
then the diamond dust.
Aiden, smash the diamond. Dante, greater restoration.
And Aiden is what would Aiden probably be doing?
He's already kind of helped with some of the armor stuff, so it's kind of just a case of. I think, if he can, he'd try to work on just more of the selves.
Okay. I will have you do an int nature check then.
Plus the manifold tools, which is advantage.
Yeah.
That's 21.
You got one.
With
And
the-
Malcolm, what did you want to do?
He's gonna
Sinbad.
find Yeah, and he's gonna ask Sinbad to try to teach him X and Z, since Sinbad was personally taught by Professor Eric Ellis. He may have some of his techniques.
Technique.
Okay, yeah, this guy is asking
Dante's
you
built busy.
this literacy. Sinbad. The sheep is asking you how to.
Yeah. It depends on how long this will take with Melinda. I don't think it'll be that long.
Well, this is before they're back. Since you're
Okay,
kind of the
then
more...
he might humor the concept. He'll probably say, "Just be aware, Malcolm. I am not a teacher."
But your dad's a teacher.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him. Definitely.
So if he just tell me what he did to teach you these letters.
How do you think?
Probably in his mind, he's probably like, "I don't even remember."
Meanwhile, you've just got the sheep looking up at you innocently.
He's like, "All right, here we go. We'll try to teach you the letter X and Z."
So, humor this, Sinbad. Like, what are you going to tell him?
Well, you see, X is for Xerneas and Z is for Zygarde.
Is Malcolm
Yeah.
like, that's not how your father taught me.
Yeah.
The X is a very robust character. You see people using it in pretty much everything. You'll see it in math. You'll see it on maps. You'll see it on checklists. People use the X for everything. They say it marks the spot.
Okay, like, do a roll at disadvantage for X.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if this was a good idea.
And Z. what about Z? Sinbad. What could you tell him about the letter Z?
Well, Z is what they use as the symbol for Zygarde. It's it's not as common, but there are words that use it that can make it so that way it doesn't get confused with the letter S and makes it easier to pronounce.
All right, do
Well,
it.
it does look like a backwards S.
Do it
Backwards S that's compressed.
do it at neutral, because like you've got a reference point with the letter S now. So
That's a
Oh my
17.
you got it. Z. X is the only one you need to learn now.
He got one. Congratulations, Malcolm. You're getting closer to literacy.
He's so close.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And you probably go back to your scroll making after you're done this, trying to drill Malcolm on X and Z. He seems to have gotten like Z down.
Let's see if he can figure out process of elimination.
I'm more curious what Sinbad would think that Malcolm actually got something out of that.
Sheep brains work in mysterious ways.
I don't know what Sinbad would think. He'd be like, I good. I don't know if that
I
was
didn't
me
think
or
that
him.
worked.
Yeah, when you look at Sinbad and listen to Sinbad, Malcolm, he doesn't seem like very much at all like his father.
You ain't a lot like your dad, are you?
I mean, some might consider that a good thing.
He kind of tilts his head to the side and he says, "What do you mean?"
There are things that he does that makes it difficult to work with, and there are things which means that if I did those same things, there are some places I would not be able to explore as easily if I was just like him. I don't learn the way he does, I don't teach the way he does, and I don't really act the way he does either. To be honest, I take after my mom more than him.
I was about to ask that. What's your mom like? Is she like you? Or you like her? How's that work?
Not really sure on that account, but I mean, she's a bit more easily distracted, but she understands things more by feel than by study, which is more how I see things. I interact with people more than the objects, and that's not exactly amazing for teaching because it usually comes down to just trying to force someone to make a connection with something, which doesn't always work. Emphasis on X.
Well,
But it's what works for me.
huh. He doesn't really
Okay.
have anything else to say. He just kind of sits there. He looks like he's thinking.
Just blankly staring at Sinbad.
He's not blankly staring at Sinbad. It's more like he's kind of looking at the floor with a 100-yard stare. Not quite 1,000. More like 100.
Squinted eyes.
The eyes have not rolled to the sides. They are still pointed forward.
Yes. I'm gonna go try to read something. And then he rolls off toward the library.
All right. You just pick up some books that are in a completely different language, so there's just like characters you
Yep.
don't even recognize in there.
Oh no, there's other letters aside from the ones I've been learning?
These letters don't mean anything together.
All right. And
I just thought
Mhm.
I just thought of something Nick's going to do, by the way.
okay, what are you gonna do?
Nick's gonna go to Alderion and he is going to pull out his Fife of Dragons song and ask, "Do you recognize this?"
His eyes kind of immediately. Where did you get this?
Well, that answers that question pretty fast. I got it from a friend. He found it in, apparently there was an archaeological dig or something like that around here, or something like that, and he found it here.
That is the fife needed to conduct the dragon rite.
Nick just blinks for a second. He says, "Sorry, what? This thing?
Yes, it
This-
is. It is for. It is to conduct the ritual in which this team is going to undergo.
You guys are planning all of this ritual stuff without it?"
I figured it would still be there. That's where it should be.
Oh. Well, I can confirm to you it's not.
Well, I surmise through the passage of time it moved from this location for one reason or another.
My friend thought that the Deuterium Corporation might want to use this for something. Likely whatever their plans is when researching the Great Worms.
You were in the city with these individuals. Do you know why they would wish to research us?
They did a lot of stuff, a lot of experiments involving dragon blood and stuff like that. They created oozes and slimes from it. There was one point in time where they were almost poisoning some of the students with it. I positive, but I think they see you guys as some source of power that they can obtain themselves.
He says, way back in our days, there we gave our blood to subjects. This is where the dragon type among you has come from. But some wish to use that blood to gain more power than they needed.
Well, it's looking like that's exactly what Deuterium's looking for. Heck, we're pretty sure, we ain't positive, but we're pretty sure one of the Echoes, well, the brother of Ivy, we're pretty sure they were using and experimenting with that Echo's blood, as you call him.
To what end?
Power, maybe, possibly even creating their own mockery version of the Dragon, right? Basically whatever they could gain from it.
Because we
Do you
may...
think it's
Go on.
Do you think it's possible they could have, like, synthesized their own dragon, right?
Well, if they were using blood from... You said these experiments were unsuccessful with the Echo's blood.
From what we saw, yeah.
And you killed that Echo.
Yes. Ivy's brother was indeed dead. Ivy will never let me forget it, since I'm the one who did him in.
Because even if I'm just trying to process what end they are trying to do with this blood is just merely creating, because it does not work like that.
We know one of the things they wanted to do was sort of synthesize and create Monoborn as well.
Wait, they'd what?
Exactly what I said. They wanted to create Monoborn, or give magic to people who don't already have it.
Then perhaps that is the reason. They
Could Drake
probably have no draconic meaning to their end goal, but to use the dragon's blood as a base.
would it really work like that?
I have no idea. If they were trying to create Monoborn, well, dragon blood is potent and magical in nature. Simply
I guess that
transplanting Monoborn blood itself would not work. The host would not be able to handle it. But if used with dragon blood, with its adaptive properties.
That might be what their experiments were, and that also might be why they were trying to go as far with dragon blood as possible. Try and create. If the dragon right turns you guys into something super potent, then trying to at least emulate it the best they could might be a way to get the most potent blood to create a Manaborn.
Well, at the end of the day, like it or not, you cut off their supply.
I certainly ain't complaining. Theorem could go to hell as for all I care.
Aren't you working with that younger individual to repurpose it?
Yeah, and if that works, then that'd be great, but I mean more the current people in it. Specifically his older brother. I've got a bit of a grudge against his older brother.
Well, what will you do after that?
Ain't that the $1,000,000 question? To be entirely honest, I've never really thought of it.
It's human, or not human, Pokemon, to make those who've wronged you pay, but don't let it be your identity.
Yeah,
Because there will be nothing at the end of that path.
I suppose you're right there. I don't exactly like a lot of what I become in the face of getting my revenge, but when push comes to shove, sometimes it's really all I can think about.
Because throughout history, in the history books, there are people who are driven by revenge. But afterwards, they may have lost more along the way.
I've tried to keep the collateral to mostly myself as much as possible, but
Then is that even worth it? Destroying yourself because you were wronged?
eh. At the end of the day, if Voss isn't stopped, then he'll create more people like me. So if it reaches my end to kill Wolfric and Voss, then I'm pretty sure I could die happily.
It doesn't sound like that to me. But that's only an observation.
Yeah,
It just sounds
maybe
like
it isn't.
you're just entering a blood-soaked casket.
Yeah, maybe it is that way.
And I'm not telling you to forgive this individual. It's just your actions, when driven by vengeance, will hurt other people around you, whether you notice it or not.
Nick's quiet for a moment and he sort of thinks back to when he got Malcolm to kill that one murder member and them retaliating by killing that Smeargle reporter. Thinks about that for a moment. It says, "Yeah, I suppose I have noticed a bit of that, so I suppose you ain't entirely wrong."
Well, I am not one for dealing with empathetic matters such as that. I am more of a scholar. So perhaps it should be none of my business what you do with your life. But
Yeah, you're a
his,
scholar, so you know things.
I just know history tends to repeat itself.
Once upon a time, I believed I could make a difference in the world. I thought I could help people who were struggling, who were lower class and living in the slums. It's been a long time since I really thought of those ideals.
I, once upon a time, thought the only thing mattered was duty in our commitment to the world as great worms to be custodians. But along the way, I may have failed to realize the people in this world have individuality. The world at whole doesn't care about us taking care of it. The people do. And, well, with Onatrix and your friends here, maybe got me to see another point of view. I still struggle with it. I still find it hard to empathize and feel camaraderie amongst people other than my kin. Because I saw myself as above them. Because I am a great worm. But maybe being condemned to this body too was maybe a blessing to see what the smaller people do with their lives. Their hopes and dreams and aspirations and desire, stubbornness, in fact, to live. You must pardon me, should not I should not bore you with myself. If you have this instrument, it is very crucial to conducting the dragon rite. I would assume you are able to play it.
Yeah, I am. Nick takes it for a moment and he plays a small ditty with it.
Then perhaps if there is no one available, I would perhaps ask you to conduct the song, the dragon song.
Well, assuming the dragon ride actually happens like you guys plan for it, I guess it's something to do. At the very least, do you know how it plays? Because I wouldn't mind learning it. So
Don't
having some extra songs in my repertoire is neat.
don't worry. Well, it's all in here as he points to his head, and I can easily make the sheet music for you to interpret.
Alright, then sure. If you wouldn't mind doing so, it'd be nice to practice it and learn it.
Then I will trust you in doing it. What was your name again?
Eh, I go by Gorvin for most everyone I meet, but my real name is Nicholas, though it's not a name I use much anymore.
Well, I will use whatever you're comfortable with.
For now, I guess just know me as Gorvin, and maybe someday I'll go back to being Nicholas.
Just, well, according to your story, it sounds like you wouldn't. It sounds like you'd be dead in the ground. So maybe keep in mind what I said.
Nick takes a moment, but he gives a solemn nod. Yeah. I think
All right. And I guess you're just gonna excuse yourself and.
yeah, so he's not gonna get the music ready right away, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I want to give Malcolm, Sinbad, and Nick all heroic inspiration.
Yay.
Neat.
All right.
We still have Sinbad, Polly, and Melinda now.
Yeah, and I have something Loki wants to do at the evening too.
The queuing never stops.
That is when you hear a voice. You hear the door open and say, "Somebody help!" It sounds like Jameson.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
Malcolm comes barreling down the stairs.
Nick goes, check on what's going on too.
Yeah, it's all Sinbad.
Everyone's kind of alerted to this, and he's screaming bloody murder for help. When you go to the front door, Jameson with Melinda floating above him, looking worried, comes in with Izak with a giant gash in his shoulder that he's holding. You gotta help! Gotta help Izak! He got hurt.
What happened?
What in the
Where's-
world?
Where's Ivy?
That's when they all look down. Izak, do an insight check on Izak too. Because actually, no, don't even do it. He doesn't look like, out of all of them, he's pretty like calm, even though he's got this big slash in his arm. But he's just kind of holding it. He doesn't look like he's screaming in pain or anything. He looks like it hurts, but he's not like his like when you kind of get a cut where it's like, ah, damn it, and you're just kind of covering it.
Right.
Yeah, he's just kind of, and he's like a pretty hardy guy. Like, yeah, this isn't unfamiliar to him, but he's like, that's kind of like what he's like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jameson says, she attacked Izak and flew away. I tried to stop her, but she was too fast.
Oh, great. What is she thinking of now?
Be glad it was me here right now and not Proteus.
But some more people are here though. And Proteus, you probably heard it. You're just probably making your way down here, or do you just ignore it?
He's probably still coming. He's just farther away than Sinbad was.
Yeah, that's when kind of the collective group comes down, and Rebecca sees Izak, and look at the size of that wound. That's gonna get infected. I'll just rub some dirt in it or something. It'll get infected! You can't do that! And she begins, like, bringing him away, and he kind of rolls his eyes.
All right, Jameson, tell me everything that happened, how it happened.
We were hunting near a pond. Izak was using a spear. But then from behind us, the Ivy or Echo or whatever her name is, she just attacked Izak and she looked at us mean and flew away. I don't know why Miss Ivy would do such a thing. She seemed a little indignant, but she didn't seem like she would do something like this.
Well,
Yeah, it don't
considering
make sense that she would leave off on her own.
Well, at this point, Orthonishix is here too, and he says, "Well, I tried to warn you about this."
Hey, you don't know what's going on any more than we do.
Well, I know Izak was hurt, and he's a steadfast member of this group.
here's the thing: if Ivy was aiming for a kill, she would have gone a lot harder for a kill. If Isaac's looking like that cut looks terrible, but
Is he
Isaac's looking.
poisoned?
What's up?
Is he poisoned?
There is a little bit of because you'd have to investigate the wound.
Someone got to check that out. If there's no poison there, then it weren't Ivy, because she likes her poison.
Rebecca has taken Izak away, and I guess she can do it. She will do a medicine check.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's her stats? I got her right here. She has a +4 to medicine.
Right, you want me to roll that?
Yeah.
12.
This isn't hard to do. So I'll just say, yeah, there's residual poison on the side of the wound. As she notes, and she cleans up. She begins getting her sewing needle out. He's like, ow, ow, ow.
Thing is, if Ivy wanted to, especially from a sneak attack, she wouldn't have just stopped there. She would have gone for the kill. She
Yeah,
didn't
sounds
do this to cripple us. She did it for. Well, I don't know why she did it, but she didn't do it to cripple us.
I mean, from the sounds of it, she didn't even want to harm anyone to begin with. She just wanted to get away, and Izak tried to stop her.
No, she attacked first, says Jameson. I can corroborate on that testament account. On that testimony. It was a sneak attack from the back.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
fact that it
she-
was sneak attack from the back and A6 still standing tells me that the intention of the attack wasn't to kill.
Or maybe Izak is just stronger than you think.
I mean, it depends on how many blows she landed.
3.
See, here's the thing. If she wanted to go for the kill, why didn't she use her breath? Would have been much more potent. She would have gotten all of you with it.
Did she say anything?
She didn't say anything.
What was the last thing she did say?
She was awfully quiet during the whole thing. Usually she's complaining, but she wasn't complaining this time, and he just let her sit back while Izek tried to get some fish, and that's when it happened. and we ran all the way back here. That's why we're back a little earlier than expected.
I don't know what game she is playing, but this wasn't an attempt at betrayal. Positive about that. If this was, she could have done far greater damage than what she did. Heck, she may have even attacked Isaac knowing he's sturdy enough to take those blows before leaving.
I mean, she did a similar thing to Malcolm from what Aiden has said.
But this time Rathornachik says, this time she's left. She's gone. What could she possibly be doing? You got that trinket for her, and maybe she's going to sell you out with something.
I can
No, I
talk
don't.
to her.
I don't know what game she's playing, but
Then answer me this. What does that trinket she got do?
From the looks of it, it wasn't even magical. It could be a key of some kind.
I never
But
saw it.
my
Maybe
theory is
we're
that it was
there.
less. I think it just belonged to Lysandra, personally.
So you come here on the behest of that thing, and you're not even going to question it when it's doing all this. Maybe she didn't poison you directly. Maybe she just poisoned your minds.
I mean, if she wanted to have that kind of leverage, why would she leave us behind then? She left on her own in the wilderness with no backup, no allies, and no plan.
It is a bit of a strange circumstance, given. Well, I know she's not normally personable, but this is direct and rash.
You said you could talk to her, Proteus?
Yeah, though I think the best way to do it is going to take me some time tomorrow to prepare for.
Just do what you can now.
I don't think I
Right, and
can
what if she's
do
doing
anything
something
now.
until then?
Well, she's flying right now, isn't she? Until she lands, I don't think I can talk to her at all. Because my spell needs to appear on a surface nearby, which conveniently doesn't exist in the air. So either way, we will have to wait. And my second method does not require the ground, but it will take me time. Though perhaps in moments like these, we should consider getting me this sending spell on a more permanent basis. As much as I detest having that thing, apparently it is convenient at times.
I should mostly use these scrolls just for Estelle, but I think this one time Nick just hands Proteus a sending scroll. I'm sure she'll understand at least getting this spell book being a decently good idea.
Yeah, this isn't exactly a high level spell. It should only take me 2 hours to get that one in, so I could probably do it before the end of the day if I leave this conversation quickly. I don't know if that's how this would work or not.
You
I
already.
don't know how much time is left in the day.
I'd say like just to like make everything simple, like you get it in there by you'd have to wait till tomorrow to like it would be in there, but you have to like do this late at night or just do it tomorrow. Be done with it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, considering I have to spend 5 hours tomorrow to get Dream in there, I'll probably go spend time on sending now.
Okay.
We are going to have all the communication options within Proteus. Communication circle, dream, sending, phantasmagoria, and Farscree.
Rathonatrix
Yeah,
says,
I guess.
how much does it have to do before you before you see its intentions?
Makes you
You don't
so
know what
sure you're
she's
not.
doing. You're just assuming that she's doing something bad.
He like signals over to Ezak. You can say she didn't go for the kill, but what if she thought she was outnumbered still?
Oh, she's hit me harder than that.
Exactly. No. She was. That was a misspike from Crow, not with Rathonatrix.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just funny.
Yeah. Okay. He says she was outnumbered by 3 individuals. Perhaps her
She is
objective
out.
was just to get out of there.
She is outnumbered by 1 competent fighter, 1 kid, and 1 dragon that refuses to use her powers. I'm sure, especially after being here for so long and seeing them hunt, she had a pretty good idea of what their limits are and what she could do.
She was always complaining though when you guys were gone.
Well, yeah, she does that.
She still could have been. It could still have been scheming something. I don't know what. I'll admit that, but neither do you.
Is Ezlith there?
Yeah, she's looking shocked. She can't speak,
Okay.
but Alderion's kind of he doesn't really pipe up all that much. He's just kind of assessing things.
That's the thing. We don't know what she's doing. You don't know what she's doing, so you can't say she's doing this to cause some sort of harm any more than we could say she's doing this to cause some sort of good. All we know is what we see in front of us. We know she left. We don't know the reason. And until we know the reason, assuming she did this for ill is not going to accomplish anything. Unless you assume we're not going to try and figure it out, in which case, you're wrong on that area. We want to know why she did this as much as you do. We're just not assuming she did this for the sake of doing something evil.
Lowen pipes up too, says, I was with her for a lot of the trips, and yes, is indignant, as Melinda here says, but she didn't seem to act on anything nefarious.
There's something she knows that we don't. That's what we need to figure out.
Rathonatrix gives a heavy sigh and just says, excuse me. And he just leaves.
Well, while we're waiting for Proteus to go finish his homework and probably into talking to dragons in dreams, we might as well see what we can learn, Melinda.
Yes.
I know that might seem a little harsh of me to just act like nothing has happened, but at the end of the day, I don't think rushing out after her is exactly going to solve any problems right now.
I am a little, I think the word is shaken, but I don't like seeing friends fighting.
For the moment, it appears we're at an impasse, so for the moment, I believe focusing on this won't help us. We can't chase after her without knowing where she is, anyways. So I believe for now we just need to work on what we've been doing. Which means I'll go back to helping patch up Apollo and I guess now patch up
Ezek?
Ezek.
It will be fine. I usually just rub dirt in it. I don't usually have it closed up like this.
Surprised you haven't suffered into much worse infection at this point with that.
Well, we went against the poison ghost dragon. That was nothing compared to that. Thank you, grass cat girl. He just gets up and begins leaving. Yeah, he should be fine after that. I should probably go back to Apollo.
Yeah, I suppose Apollo is our more
Immediate concern.
indeed.
All right.
Well,
Loki and Zonta are going to go back up to
Hmm.
keep an eye on Apollo.
back to infirmary.
Is there anything else anyone here wish to follow up on after this?
Nah.
I mean, Sinbad will try to follow up on Melinda and the Kronos watch and Polly if they're down for that.
Yeah. Melinda says he's a little shaken, but he's like he'll cooperate with you still.
Yeah, Sinbad more or less is going to have the advice of keep yourself busy.
All right.
If you think about it too long, you'll cause problems. You'll make it worse. Just take it in small batches between different tasks.
It's just Sir Jameson seemed really sad, and that made me feel sad.
Yeah. Well, I understand what that looks and feels like, and well, it's not an impossible thing to get through, but it is going to hurt for a while. But like any kind of pain or wound, it does heal over time, even if it just means your perspective changes a bit.
Well, you have something I can distract myself with?
Yeah, I got this from Proteus when he was looking for some of those depictions that I had lying around.
I
This is what
sense
Polly wanted to look into, was this watch that he created from Kronos, and see what we could find between the three of us about it, and you and me.
it feels familiar. But what
Well,
do you wish me to do to follow up on this suspicion?
I guess for now we'll get over to Polly because he knows how to write down what he sees in a more scientific method than me.
And I'll let you go up to him as well.
Yeah, so we have
Well,
the things, and I guess before going into Sinbad experiment territory, he'll say, "Do you have any ideas on trials we can do with this thing, Polly?"
I don't have. I can. I can merely find a connection between the two. I don't think I can do anything beyond that. Unless you have some ideas. Or an intent on what to do here.
Well, for now, I think touching it is going to produce a result one way or another. You might feel something, or you might be repelled by it. I'm not sure. Or it could do nothing, but I think it's worth trying. We've established a connection so far through that method.
You're telling us to Melinda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. May I hold it?
Yeah. Sinbad's more like he's gonna put it in Melinda's hand, but he's not gonna let go of it either because he wants to be able to like grab Melinda if it like repels him or something.
He reaches, the little dragon reaches out his claw and touches it. And he says, I feel a familiarity to it. A theater. A large theater. That's as much as I... It's like a memory that was just... That's fleeting in my head. I just see a theater.
All right. Sinbad is going to ask Polly to toss something at him.
Toss something at you.
Yes, make it hard to catch.
Well, I am not the most athletic individual, but I can try. He looks around his lab desk and finds a pen. He throws a pen.
All right. Sinbad's going to activate the watch and then use it to catch the pen.
Okay. I'll have you do a acrobatics check.
All right.
And use the benefits of the watch if you...
Yeah, that was the idea. Hopefully yeah, dirty 20. One of those was a 9 in one of those timelines.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like almost like you were in a timeline where you completely like it bounced off your hand and then like it just falls onto the floor. But then like almost like just time being like it goes back and you catch it.
Yeah, and he's still holding on to it and Melinda with when he does this, and he says, "What? How did that feel?"
It all felt like one instance, but several branches from it.
Did it feel scary?
It felt connected to the feeling of what made me scared. It didn't necessarily frighten me.
Well, then perhaps that's something you can focus your abilities on. This seemingly more, I guess, diviner divination methods of viewing things with your abilities.
Are you letting me keep this? Or
if you think it'll help you find a connection between us and will help you feel less scared of your abilities and more safely learn them.
I would like to hold on to it.
All right, well, be careful with it, but yeah, I can't say I'll know if this Kronos character might begin to resurface in your memories or in some way. But if you start to feel strange with it, let us know. But I think you should be fine.
Then I think I should thank you, correct?
I suppose so. It's mostly me just batting things around in the dark.
I thank you for trusting me because this feeling of an other me that did terrible things to Proteus and Malcolm and Dante and Nicholas, I
I,
believe it is.
has Nick actually ever told him that his name is Nick?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I don't think Nick's talked to Melinda like at all.
Yeah, I'm like I don't think he's because I think Kronos knew he was Nick, but I don't know if Melinda technically would have. So if that sticks, Sinbad would probably comment on that.
He is the Florgato individual. I believe he also goes by another name.
He introduced himself to us as Gorvin. I don't think he's.
Yes, that's the other name he goes by.
I don't think he's mentioned any other name to us.
Well, that's why I recognize him, though. I don't think we have spoken much since I have come here, but I know that is his name. And I feel there is more hostility between myself and that group.
Well, that will take a little bit longer to heal, but that's part of why I want to keep trying to explore this and our relation with each other.
I'm,
Perhaps it'll help heal that as well as help us find out what we can do with this connection.
but like I said, I'm happy that you and Sir Jameson and Sir Isaac all trust me. It is hard to gain trust, is it not?
Depends. I don't think it would take much for Malcolm to trust you.
Mm-hmm. He is. He. I get a painful feeling on my head when I look at Malcolm.
Yeah. I can imagine. Can't say I've seen him in action, but it sounds like he can pack quite the punch. But I still think that he's more willing to open up to you.
Polly says, "Is there anything else you wish for me to do with Melinda and that watch here, Sinbad?"
other than establish a connection between them, I don't know if there's any data you can really procure. I imagine Melinda also fries your stuff.
Yes, it seems when you initially got this watch, anything to do with this Coronos creature seems to be. It seems to corrupt anything that I used to view it. It was a miracle I could make that item for you.
From what I can tell, near as I can tell, the only thing that really affects it is Kronos' memories, as far as archival concerns go. Proteus tried to display it through the orb of memories, and that didn't work.
Yes, it is a very curious prospect of how a creature exists like that. And I'm no expert in the arcane arts, but several of you tried to look into this creature's use divination of some kind on this creature, and it also didn't work. On Melinda here, too.
Yeah. Though perhaps I don't know. It's hard to say what you do and don't remember, Melinda. It seems like you remember some things almost implicitly, but not directly.
Yeah. It's. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could help you more.
Well, I think that we're still learning things. I think narrowing down the scope to memory gives us some possibilities, though I have a feeling you would probably explode Proteus's orb if you try to view your memories.
I
But maybe if you learned how to do it yourself, there might be a different result.
I am not versed in using these things, but I can perhaps attempt to learn it.
Well, it's worth a try, though it would take some time to do, but I think it could be worth pursuing.
Um, well, we can perhaps try that. I still wish to accompany Sir Jameson. He seems very shaken as well, and I wish to comfort him.
Yeah, well, we'll do that together. Seems like it's a tradition at this point.
I would like that.
All right, camera pan to Loki.
Yeah, camera pan to Loki.
All right, I guess Carapet's Loki. So after tending to Paul, and after the point where it's about time to just sort of let Apollo rest, Loki's going to go find Proteus in his room while he's, I guess, probably still scribing.
Yeah, you're able to see him on the second floor and kind of the room where you've kind of bunkered up in this one right here. Kind of, you see Apollo off to the right there, still resting.
Oh, I didn't know Proteus was in here. Okay, then yeah. I guess Loki will go up to Proteus and tell him, "May I speak to you somewhere more private?"
Oh boy. Yeah, sure.
This isn't. Don't be too concerned. This isn't me reprimanding you or anything.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. Don't know where we'll find it. Oh, I don't know this room.
Yeah, I
No,
guess
it's
we'll
in
go
this
to.
room.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to that room.
All right.
And yeah, as Loki goes in there and I guess closes the door, he says, "Actually, I wanted to say I'm quite impressed with you. You managed to handle that situation in the Vampire Cove rather well."
Well, that's what my forte is not exactly fighting things. Not directly, anyway.
I suppose I must admit I've only viewed illusions as nothing more than base trickery, but you put the you put them to good use there.
Well, coming from you, I suppose that's quite the compliment that illusions have been seen as useful.
Don't get me wrong, I still don't really like them, but well, uh, that doesn't mean I can't be impressed with just how well how well they worked and your critical thinking when using them.
Well, that's the thing about illusions. More often than not, their limitations are more mental than practical, which is why the school of magic is not very, I suppose, upheld in the MDRA.
I can't say I'm familiar with how the MDRA handles illusions.
Basically, as a formality, a joke. We have this to increase our PR.
Ah, in some ways, perhaps this is wrong of me to think, but in some ways I thought they would have basked in the illusions they could create.
Maybe perhaps in the non-magical ones, such as being a upstanding organization that provides wonderful value to all of its members and has nothing shady to hide at all.
The greatest trick I suppose they could try to pull, though, at the very least, the Helled Flames has never trusted them. Though, on the flip side, the Helled Flame barely trusts Monoborn in the first place.
Yeah, although they seem oddly receptive to Monoborn that speak to them, curiously enough.
I I'm surprised you managed to find an audience with them and it managed to go over that well, but truth but from what my experience and perspective with them is, they held nothing against either Sinbad or Sabrina despite being Monoborn as well. So a lot of their antagonism, shall I say, to the MDRA, I believe, is mostly based on the fact that the MDRA does plenty of shady things. The Howled Flames value trust above all else, and if you're hiding secrets from them, then they do not trust you in return.
Well, I can't exactly go out and show them my true self either.
Yes, I suppose that is true. After all, you're still underage, are you not?
Yeah, and I don't think getting the MDRA involved and them at the same time with me in the middle is going to end well.
You strangely chose the path of negotiation, so this is a bridge you will have to carry at some point through some means. How you intend to do that, I'm not certain, but this is the path you've chosen. I
Well,
wish I
it's
I wish I could give you more advice other than be honest, but in your case, full honesty is not exactly full honesty would make things worse rather than better.
yeah, that tends to be how things have gone with me.
It's the curse of being a Zora.
Partially, but it's also partially the curse of being mana born. You either have
Indeed.
to live a lie or you have to live under the MDRA. And the MDRA is very good at telling you who you are. I mean, Estelle thinks the world of Ryozan, and the dude made a weapon of mass destruction and very specifically planted it on the most loose cannon he could find.
Yes, I was made aware of the that event. You intend to overthrow the MDRA, correct?
I mean, technically speaking, I think by law we would have to at this point. At least one seat is held by a vampire.
Indeed, and I don't know about the other seats, but I can't imagine. I imagine there's a lot of lies and trickery behind the other seats, too.
I can't say that I like the MDRA, but to be honest, I would prefer if there was just no MDRA at all. I don't think there's necessarily something wrong with there being some kind of a structure for teaching magic, but putting everything under one unifying totalitarian umbrella that can burst into your house and drag you away doesn't exactly speak a lot of confidence to me about not making that organization evil in due time.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
And then they always had it.
Of course, splitting the MDRA's power is, in all honesty, splitting the MDRA's power is something I'd actually be okay with, but it would lead to many other complications. There would need to be every organization would need to have some amount of checks and balances. But I suppose the fact that there are many different faiths means there should also be many different areas of Manaborn. Perhaps they're split by the various schools of magic or something like that.
Perhaps it's gonna take a long time to reorganize it, and to be honest, I'm compromising my vision of a better world just to pity the argument established by Professor Arakellis to replace the board.
You have a vision for a better world?
Oh, I already said it. I don't think the MDRA should exist. I think that teaching magic should not be something that is done by one school that has the right to destroy and get in the way of everything. I think being able to learn magic through tutor or study or mentoring is far more healthy. I mean, think about it. The most successful Manaborn that you've ever met were all hedge mages, all four of us.
That is true. Sabrina's quite a brilliant mage, and she was, from what I understand, taught directly by her father.
Who taught himself, from what little I could surmise from my last discussion with him.
That being said, I believe by replacing the board, that would be the first step towards realizing your dream. You could not bring total destruction upon the MDRA would not accomplish your dream in the way you'd wish it. It would
No,
merely cause Monoborn to more than likely be persecuted again.
we walk a tight line with that alone, but we are still the best qualified people for it, even if that puts me in quite a bit of danger.
How
Surprisingly,
long
Professor Eric Ellis came around to me by the end of the discussion and just more or less told me to just stay on the ice continent until I grew up.
I was about to suggest the same thing. At the very least, for the moment, here, those rules do not apply to you. And once you become of age, then that conflict is no longer an issue. And I would very much like to see you on the board, to be honest. Believe if you can help reform the MDRA, then that would help my own goals.
Well, I have a second job competing for my attention right now, which
What, being
is acting.
you're into acting?
Well, because of Ivy, anyway. Believe it or
That's
not, the reason I really trust anyone at all these days is because of Ivy, which I think if Rathonatrix is outside listening, he probably just threw up, but
that's I mean, I can't deny that is surprising. I don't
because the order from Kronos to go break into her home and destroy her life and get rid of her when she was simply studying and learning to do something that she felt passionate about what reminded me too much of my own story, and I was either going to become the very same thing, or I could choose the more difficult path of opposing the system and sparing someone that kind of pain.
I don't know if I'm willing to trust Ivy yet. for the moment, I'm simply going to be an outside observer and will learn the truth there, but I am, despite what the dragons might wish, I am glad that you chose the more difficult path. The harder paths we walk are not always, may be stressful and may be trying at times, but to do good is to always walk.
Makes Apollo a difficult path to walk as well, then.
You know of him? I mean, of course you do. You said he's someone you're familiar with. How's
Well,
he someone you're familiar with?
he's the one who reported me.
Loki looks shocked and almost a little angry for a second, but he tries to control himself and he says that you are very much walking a difficult path. Because if he reported you once, then he will do so again.
Yeah. I can't say I know why he did it, but at the same time, my familiarity with him was probably the only reason we were able to save him and potentially save what it would have become a faltering relationship between the factions out here. If we fail here, there is going to be a war one way or another. So it's I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to him quite a bit when he comes back around, but I can't say I understand his reasons because the only forewarning I was given was the hallowed flames breaking down the door and having to break out of my own window and frame another child.
I see.
It's complicated.
It sounds like it. At the very least, when Apollo regains himself and when you do speak with him, I will be there with you during that time.
Yeah, I can't say I know what he intends to do.
I don't either, but I did not help you out back then, so I want to rectify that and I want to help you out with this now.
That means you might have to go and speak with the hallowed flames again.
That's a bridge that I may have to eventually. Uh,
Yeah, I went out for a second.
okay, what's the last thing you heard?
That is a bridge I.
Oh, okay. That is a bridge I'll need to take eventually. It's not one I want to go through, but it's one I'll need to take eventually. I want to live an honest life, and in all honesty, I chose to come back despite the fact that our faith bids me to move on. I believe I had unfinished business in the world of the living, so that is the choice I made, so it will be the choice that I'll have to give to them regardless. I can't pretend not to exist in front of the Hallowed Flames forever.
Well, I can't necessarily promise I'll be there with you for that unless you're coming with us on this journey with Apollo, but
It's fine, you need not do it. That's just merely That's just merely something I need to do sooner or later.
Yeah, well, maybe it might be good that we're staggering it. They might lose their minds if they have to learn everything at once. Assuming I don't take a dark path and break another one of the edicts and make it so Apollo doesn't remember certain things.
I would severely recommend against doing that, but I will not stop you if you do it. Just make sure I'm not aware of it if you do decide to take that path.
I doubt that path would end well anyway.
It would more than likely not.
Eventually, something somewhere would find an inconsistency, and any goodwill we're building up between these factions would be lost and never to be regained. Which is not exactly a risk I think would be worth taking. At least for the sake of my remaining companions. It might mean the end of my participation, though.
Trust is Trust can be gained easily, but once lost, it takes a lifetime to rebuild it. I've learned that way too often in my life.
Yeah. It is gonna be fun talking to Apollo.
Whatever you do, just be careful, and if you need any advice, well, I'm here for that at least.
Well, all I can really say is that we are probably going to go and do our best to keep Apollo from learning the location of this place, and well, we'll escort him back the hard way, I guess.
That's probably a wise venture, at least at this point. Get a judge of his character when we could get a judge of his character when speaking with him first, but it may be necessary that he doesn't know where this place is, even if not because he would rat this place out, but because the Hell Flames conduct things under Zone of Truth, and knowing where this is means he may let it slip one way or another.
Yeah, well, I think that's as good of a plan as it's going to be, but yeah, it's uncomfortable days ahead. There's no denying it.
It is, but we'll get through it somehow. I have faith in that at least.
Yeah, Proteus.
Unless he. Oh,
I
continue.
was just gonna say Proteus does not have anything else to add to the conversation.
Yeah, and Loki was about to say, well, unless you have anything else you wish to speak to me about, I believe you were busy with something, so I'll leave you. I'll let you go back to it.
Yeah, he's gonna go finish sending sending scroll into spell booking.
All right. Do you want to stay up late tonight, or do you want to just finish it in a few hours in the morning?
We'll probably have to be here for a few days, so if it's like an hour now, an hour then,
Yeah.
because I need to get the dream spell in there too tomorrow. So
All right. And I will let the day roll over.
All right.
And as you're awoken, Proteus, in your bed, as you hear a voice. Child born of the rift twixt fates, inheritor of altered life, blood sworn yet bloodless, mutation in a causality's design. The hour is come to slip your bonds of silent slumber. Shed now those dreamless depths and rise.
And that's Proteus hearing this?
Yeah, you heard that, Proteus.
He's definitely going to be looking around.
You're awake, child of illusions.
And he's going to say, yeah, well, when you're being creepy about it, that happens.
You've not to fear. I am not your foe. I have come on orders of the keeper of fate and causality, as a proud and biting wind. I am the storming gale swept in from the clasp of cause and effect in times of strife, the agent of time. I am Var. Wait! I'm out of time already. No! I haven't gotten to any of the important stuff yet. Oh, god damn it, crap. Okay. I'm gonna need you to listen real well because I don't have time to repeat myself. Soon you'll. And then it cuts out.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
I'm like, did I recognize the voice?
No, not really. It was a young man's voice. It seemed like someone very wise at first, but then it got a little higher and a little more panicked.
All right. What are you up to, Ivy?
But you could put that hour in.
Yeah, might as well.
You don't really hear the voice anymore, but yeah.
Finish the sending, and then I can go and begin the next
All right.
task, which is the dream one.
All right. So it is the morning, and you finish the spell, and it is in your book now.
Yay! Now start dream, which will take 5 hours.
Is anyone else going to do anything on this day, or are you just? And in fact, I think you get a. It's been 2 weeks exactly, so one of these people just gets to do this for free, like Rebecca, Kira, Jameson, or Isaac.
Okay.
We want to potentially get a free spot over here, just start working our way around.
I'm like, I think the optimal choice is Kira because this exists.
Yeah.
All right.
Because what
And that's a
exists?
very, very
The right side of the
high
continent.
check.
Yeah,
I mean,
having to
yes,
make the selves like.
But
Aiden
we've
been
already,
working on it.
we've been getting, we've been getting Aiden working on the cells. So, we don't got a lot, but Aiden's already been
We
working
used
on
most
this.
of them already, didn't we?
Yeah,
there
we
were
did.
5 that got handed out.
We burnt through like 3 or 4 of them last time.
We burned through 4 of them, so one of them was back. But then I think Aiden got 2 more, so we're at 3.
We just made 1 more.
Oh, I kind of
As much as I want to use the other guys, yeah, Kira's kind of we need those salves from her in order to explore on the right side of the continent.
At least until we go finding any of the other tokens.
Here's the thing as well. I think Kira is actually best when Aiden's doing the check for her because that's a DC 18 check.
Yeah, they're going to be doing it by themselves. You can still go and help them make another one.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing it by themselves.
Right, it's not an auto guarantee. It's
Yeah, so like I think we probably want to do Rebecca, Isaac, Vanitas, or Grimoires, one of theirs,
Someone with a degree
because
of success.
yeah, because theirs is degrees of success. So even if we don't get it, then at least we'll get something. Whereas if we do Kira's, because she's doing the check herself, and it's not like Aiden enhance ability or whatever, that sort of
He
stuff.
doesn't have to enhance ability. He just has it because of the manifold tool.
Yeah,
All
in
right.
that case, I'd have to say Rebecca's probably the one we're going to want to go for.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Rebecca too.
Or Grimoire if we want to just get that communication circle done.
That's a fair point. Well,
What was
My
the
folks,
degrees of success in the spell scroll check? Is that like the time
Level 1,
needed,
level
or
2,
is
or
that...
level 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a
Then
fifth.
Rebecca.
That's fifth.
yeah,
because
Rebecca.
Alright.
it has like a day and a half in it or something, but
Alright. Let me see. Rebecca here. She has. Yeah, so. This should be medicine instead of nature because she's making a potion. Alright. So it'll be +4.
All right.
I'll roll. 18.
18.
Oh,
That's
is
That's
superior.
exactly
That's a superior
Nice.
healing potion.
Good.
nice.
Very good.
Put that on Malcolm for now, I guess, and then we could discuss who we give to later.
He has 3 on him. All right.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
just as
yeah,
a default.
yeah.
All right, and the rest of you, well, you're awake now. It is a new day. Is there anything you wish to conduct?
Malcolm wants to learn Z.
All right, so
X.
he's going back
Is he
to
grabbing...
going back to Sinbad.
Oh my gosh.
Just show Malcolm all the X's we put on the map.
All right.
Yep.
Guess
Well,
I'll have to...
so do a check at disadvantage again. Unless you have something in your repertoire to like to sell to me that you're actually teaching him it in a very competent manner.
What do you know about the letter X, Malcolm?
It looks like this, and he kind of makes an X shape with his arms.
So then, what is it that you think is making it so you can't understand it when you see it with words?
Well, that's the thing. I never see it with words. It's like it's never there most of the time, except for on maps when you draw it.
That's because it is what we call an uncommon consonant, or at least that's what my father calls it. It just means that you need to see more words with it in there. So strangely enough, the word xylophone starts with an X and not a Z. When a word starts with an X, it pretends it's a Z, and then otherwise, it sounds like the way that you spell it. And then there are words like a lot of names actually have it in them. They herald off to some of the older kingdoms, names that might be something akin to Alex, Alexander.
So it just sounds like X.
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
All right, you can with that you can do it at neutral instead of disadvantage. You have to get a 10.
That's a 3.
It's not coming to you at all.
Rip.
He doesn't know this Alexander, the giant fortress with the man piloting the giant fortress of legend.
I need to find more words with X in it. Thanks,
See?
Sinbad. I'm gonna try to go find something.
See if you can find a plant or grass with X in its name. That might be the key.
Maybe you're right. I think they got plants growing here. I'm gonna go look at them. And then he rolls off. I like how his method of learning the letter X is to go look at plants.
Would you?
None of the plants we have growing.
They have a garden here, and
Yeah, that's what he was referring to.
Oh gosh.
and when you go there, it's funny because this place is like transformed into a beautiful garden,
And it's probably all blooming around him right now.
yeah. And when you're in there, you see like Vanitas like just kind of tending to it.
Hey, Vinny.
Oh, hi there. What are you doing in here? I didn't take it for. Whoa, where are those plants coming from?
Oh, that just happens when I'm around plants.
Aha. Do they have any deadly toxic properties?
No, they all die pretty much immediately when I leave.
Ah. Well, you're certainly making it look well, to be honest, it's ruining the feng shui.
Oh, well, don't worry, it'll be gone once I leave. But right now, I gotta research them. And he just goes over to the nearest plant and stares at it.
Oh, I just make sure. Like, I know you're a big fan of grass. Just don't eat that one. You'll probably die. That one will probably paralyze you. That one will make you a drooling mess for like a week, I think.
Okay, do any of them have X's in them?
Well, let me see. Oh, that one over there is a foxglove.
That one. Okay, let me look at it.
Okay.
He goes over and he looks at it.
It looks like I'll give you a picture of it actually, just to show you what it's a pink flower with it's kind of like a sort of a bell.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thanks. I attended it myself.
And like 5 billion other blooms just pop out of it as he walks over.
Huh. They're very toxic to so don't eat them.
Yeah, I only eat grass, not the flowers.
Okay, good.
Except for the dandelions, those are pretty good.
They have some medicinal uses though. I think your healer friend that I saved, that everyone seems to forget, is would be able to do stuff with them.
Oh, that's pretty neat. And he starts like muttering letters to himself. He's like, "Fuck, F, O, X is the last letter."
No, no, like it's in the middle. Well, not really the middle. Like it's FOX, glove.
I mean,
what are you even doing?
I'm trying to learn the letter X. It's the last letter I gotta learn, and then I can read everything.
How is going to a garden looking at a plant going to help you do that?
Well, I think I forgot what just happened. Oh, right. Sinbad told me there might be X's in some of the plants.
Well, I could tell you there's another X because it's highly toxic. And that goes in, like, contrary to what, like, Sinbad told you of, like, Alexander. Well, I guess it's the same. Toxic Alex.
Okay, so Fox has an X. Toxic has an X.
Well, over there's a Xanadu.
Does that one start with a Z?
No, that starts
just
with
learned
no.
Z recently.
It starts with an X.
Oh, right. Sinbad did say that words that start with an X sound like they're sound like a Z.
Uh-huh. Do another check to get X in.
If this works, I swear to gosh.
That's a
Oh,
Well, we're almost at the end of the session. You could just use the reroll on it.
yeah, yes, use the reroll. I want this to
Okay.
The
work.
hamster's
Reroll,
working
reroll.
overtime.
Come on, hamster.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes!
12.
Yeah.
Wait.
It all like clicks into place for you.
But I, for some reason,
I
like,
get
it's an
it.
18. You need...
I get it. Can read now. Vinny, you did it.
What did I do?
You taught me how to read.
I did?
Yeah. I gotta go to the library.
Okay.
he
Well,
leaves without saying another word.
all right. And does
All
that?
the flowers die.
Oh, they're gone. And then he just he goes back to tending to the garden.
Basic literacy achieved.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do on this morning?
Nick's probably gonna check with Alderian to see if he's got the sheet music ready, but that's probably about it.
I think since
He will tell you it'll probably take well, at least one more day because you were doing it on kind of short notice.
All right.
You were to do something, Ice?
yeah, I don't know if we got the time for like just basic day stuff or
Yeah,
but like
you
Aiden
do.
would probably just spend the day doing the salves again.
All right.
We need to stock up on that.
You can add all the buffs and benefits you want if you're gonna.
Yep. Closest I get is, at least since we're in a spot, I can always flash genius myself, but I always get the advantage with the tool.
And if you get a nat 20, that's really good.
Yep. Oh, so close.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you make one. All right. Malcolm's
Got two.
reading. Sinbad, were you doing anything? Sinbad or Proteus?
I don't know if Sinbad could because he was teaching Malcolm.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So Proteus, you kind of finished early because you got up and made it, and you still have.
Yep. And moving on to the dream spell scroll now.
Oh, okay. So you're still just nerding out.
Still busy.
Yep. It's time to. It'll take 5 hours to do this one, so it'll be done by the middle of the day.
And Nicholas, Loki, and Aiden, and Dante. Or no, Aiden's doing that, so Dante just on.
Loki and Dante are probably helping out with the Polyfi word
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair to ask, with diamonds that are worth 300, is that still just $100, 100 gold of dust, or is that actually like 3 uses?
That would be 3 uses.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't care what anyone's gonna quote me on or rules is written BS. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
Marking in the vault.
yeah.
Crush it up and just go. Greater restoration, greater restoration, greater restoration.
What? I was just using like 1 a day so far, just because I thought we were concerned about other stuff. But
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Well, basically what I'm saying is we're probably going to end now, but if there's something you want to do before, you're probably going to go talk to Apollo. You can do that now.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Anyone want to use the scrying to see about
Oh yeah, we can go do that.
Crying
All
and
right, yeah.
singing.
see if we have 2 things to talk about tomorrow or just one. The scrying continues.
All right. On Havergal again?
Yeah.
So it's effectively +6 with it's usually
Yeah.
12, but you knocked off 6.
Yeah. So
And again, it's too high.
Nope.
to get lucky about that.
It's almost a 50-50-ish.
Okay, so and I also want to give heroic inspiration to Loki as well for your conversation with Proteus. But I think
Indeed.
with that we'll wrap everything up.
All right.
All right.
All right, yeah. Just putting more stuff on your plate is always great.
Ah,
All right, so yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.